Shalom, wise solid speaking. All praises to the horizon. Today I want to do this deep video. Hopefully everyone's well. Now I'm going to get back to this, but take a look at it. This is representing your mind, or the four directions of it, as well as your emotional state. Now it's missing something. Now, I'll get back to that. In this lesson, I'll be explaining the stages of becoming a sentient, a sage, a god over direction. North, south, east, west, this is direction. When you're speaking of direction, you're speaking of space. Wherever there's space, there's mind or thought. And so being God over direction has to do with one being God over their direction of thought. Most people are not in control of that. Am I clear or do I need to lower this? My brow a little crooked. Pardon me. Now, let me know if I'm clear at some point. Everyone, every living soul, thank you all, Marcel Savago. Every living soul pulls in thought or conscious from a specific direction of cosmic space. This coinciding with their mind. So you have your own dark cosmic space, this being your mind, in the four directions of it, north, south, east, west. This coincides with the dark cosmic space or the dark cosmic mind in its four directions. Now, of course, you have north, south, east, west. Each direction holding its own emotional state. So, look at that again. Now, becoming wise and glorious is the most important thing in life. Of course, most people think life is about acquiring material possessions. But you can't bring these things with you when you die. The only thing you can bring with yourself is your mind and your emotional state. And so, those two things have to be rich. Your afterlife is dependent on it. And so, it's just like going to sleep. How good your dream is not dependent on how much money you made at work. It's weird, but it's deep. How good your dream is that night's going to be dependent on how good your day was, emotionally. How good your mind is when you sit down and go to sleep. Not the materials you have. That's just to keep you busy during the day. And so it wouldn't matter how rich or poor you are, understanding these things is the true purpose. Now, most people do not realize it, but in life, physical life on earth, this is your only chance to become a sentient or to become your glory. Extremely wise. This is what you have an awareness in the mind for, meaning there's no other purpose for you to have an awareness to see, comprehend. You get my point? There's no point on you having an awareness or a mind, thoughts, if it's not for it to reach its pinnacles. You get my point? And so you all have a mind. The purpose of you having a mind is so you can push it to its extreme. And this is like reaching for God. God being a stage of intellect, you can say. So I'm trying to make it where y'all can grasp. And so, how wise you can become is how close you can become to God. You get my point? How ignorant you can become. This is not knowing. It's like reaching or coming closer to the Satan. This is the self. The self is not the creator of life. So this is like stupidity to reach for selves. You get my point? And so like I said, becoming wise is the whole point. And so whatever monies you make, whatever you have, your goal should be to put it towards your becoming wise and emotionally stable. I'm not saying your being wise and emotionally stable is dependent on money. But if your mind is lost into money, well, once you get it, I'm sure you will have put yourself through the wringer. Make sure you get, the mind and the emotional state together. Now, like I said, you will not learn anything. Well, let me say this first. We all in physical life. So you use physical life, your being on earth, as your means to acquire wisdom. Meaning while you're alive is your chance to acquire or know all you can. When I say know all you can, I'm talking about things that's accurate. What is not accurate or not truth, it doesn't matter. It's just excess things you have in your mind space. But truth, understanding, you have physical life in your time on earth to reach your glory. Meaning if you're alive and you have life and you're on earth, this is your opportunity to get wise. Most of y'all view it like when I die, all things will be revealed. Wherever you are when you die is where you'll stay intellectually. Wherever you are emotionally when you die is where you will stay emotionally. Death is the shedding, not the receiving. And so you're not going to learn anything in death. You're going to live out wherever you are. So look at it like sleep again. You fall into unconsciousness. You'll have a dream. You don't learn anything in dream. Y'all try to figure out y'all dreams when y'all become awake. When y'all wake up from the dream, then y'all try to figure it out. But in the dream, y'all learn absolutely nothing. Y'all are just there living out y'all emotions or y'all thoughts of the moment. And then of course after that you have just complete unconscious where you don't even know you exist. So death is the shedding or the losing memory, so to say, emotions and things like this over time. It's not about you acquiring wisdom or anything in death. Death is for you to let go. The point I'm making is when you die, wherever you are is where you will be. And wherever you are mentally or emotionally is going to determine your afterlife or your dream. And so I want to show y'all this graph again. I'm going to explain it. Now, of course, those that die over in this section, secure confidence. It's in reverse to me, so kind of throwing me off. But those that die in this side, I guess their afterlife would be what y'all would call a heaven. Those that die on this side, arrogance, insecure, they'll experience what y'all call hell. Those in their despair, dead, and those in their glory, from y'all perspective, these are those that will come face to face with God, so to say, y'all. The glorious. So where you die is important. Most people are lost in religion. They think their life and death have to do with that. But even religions is based on unconscious and conscious. Islam and Christianity both being the same religion, one representing unconsciousness, the other conscious, are masculine and feminine. Islam, you have your crescent moon. This represents nighttime. Nighttime coincides with death, unconsciousness. Allah is referred to as the merciful, the irresistible. The only thing irresistible and merciful is unconsciousness, because it draws y'all in and ain't nothing y'all can do about it. It's irresistible. Resist unconscious sleep. Let's see like how long you can go and if you win. Like that. Merciful because you released from it. You can go to Christianity. This is representing consciousness. So Jesus is extremely wise. He's the Son of God. And you get my point? Same religion. Meaning unconsciousness and consciousness has to do with one deity, one thing. So again, I say the religion is the same religion. It just has to do with unconscious and conscious. So I'll go more in depth into that another time. Now, before one can get on their path of becoming a sentient or very wise, you must go through conscious cleansing, a spiritual bath. And so, before the mind can receive wisdom, you have to go through a baptism. Not a Christian baptism where, you dipped in water, washed of your sin. But like I said, a mental and the emotional cleansing. A real baptism. Now, when you're dealing with sin got to do with harmful acts that y'all do and harmful acts that's done to y'all. The act is not important. Meaning what you do to someone else and what they do to you, this is a moment. It's truly not important. What's important is the stains that it leaves. Y'all do certain acts to people and then it stains y'all. Y'all have guilt. You feel guilty for what you did. You carry that with you. Sometimes a person may do something to you. You have animosity. You bitter. The moment has passed, but you still carry it with you. That's what sin is. Sin is the stains left behind from, certain acts. Like I said, the acts is not important. They're just moments. But the stains they leave. And so everyone has that dirt on their soul and their mind. Meaning whatever acts you've done that, you feel guilty about, or it just don't sit right with you. So that's on your soul. Things that happen to you that you still disturbed by cause you bitterness. And every so now and And ever so often it, reoccurs in your mind, causing you to go into a certain emotional state. That's sin or dirt on itself. And so that has to be cleansed away. Now, of course, there's also the negative words, negative perspectives, ideals y'all have that y'all adopted from society. It's like trying to think of a phrase as something y'all live by that has no moral to it. Most of them. If you put up one, and I'll show you. I'm, I'm sure they all have no honor to them. So if there's a popular phrase you can think of, put it up. Then you get your example. But y'all have been conditioned since a kid. You get my point? Meaning since a kid you've been taught how to talk, how to do this, that, depending on the environment you live in. So this is how you see things. You get my point? You was born. Of course you being awareness. And you was aware of everything that you was from a baby all the way to an adulthood. All the things you being aware of and taking in on yourself, helping to make you. You have to go through a rebirth. You get my point? Now being an adult conscious, cleansing all the mind and spirit away, meaning cleansing the emotional state out, cleansing the mind out, like when you was a baby. When you was a baby, nothing happened to you. You didn't have no animosity against nobody, and you didn't do nothing to nobody. You get my point? The spirit and the mind was pure at birth, and then it learned and racked up all it did. You have to cleanse your mind in your emotional state like that. But now you are a matured awareness. It's not the same like when you was a newborn baby. When you was a baby, you had no choice what you took into your awareness because you didn't know nothing. You get my point? Now you're a grown or a mature awareness. If you can cleanse the mind and emotional state away, you can relearn everything through pureness. You get my point? Having a better awareness to know what to stay away from and what to let in. You get my point? And so, if you ever heard of like rebirth, of course baptism is like a rebirth, but if you ever heard of like rebirth, it has to do with that. Cleansing away the mind in the emotional state and then kind of learning anew. Packing on only good things into the mind, good things into the emotional state. Y'all should know the difference now. Y'all have lived long enough. Y'all know what caused y'all turmoil before. Peace and wisdom, New Yoda. Salam, shalom. Now, before the mind can be raised to its glory, that's the one on the top. Before the mind can be raised to its glory, the mind and emotional state has to be cleansed. And so it wouldn't matter what you learn. Until the mind and the emotional state is cleansed, whatever you learn, you're not going to grasp it right. Get my point? Peace and wisdom, Philippine. Like I said, whatever you learn, you're not going to learn it right. You're going to learn it through the filter of where you are emotionally. You get my point? And so, if one is in one of the negative emotional states, whatever you hear, see, you're going to see it through that. In that, you're not seeing it clearly. And so, this is why most people have troubles in life. They don't know how to adjust. You get my point? Let's say you become insecure. So now you see through that insecurity. Now let's say you're insecure, so one may seem like they have ego or arrogance to you. But you don't adjust. I'm a little bit beneath my confidence level. I'm insecure. And so now when I'm looking out at the world, things that might just be confident are on a level that I was prior, I might see as ego or arrogant. You get my point? Same with arrogance or ego. If you raise to your arrogance or ego and you don't filter, well then you may see like, man, everybody in the world is a hater. You know how y'all be like, I got haters. Y'all reach for it. Y'all want haters. Like that. You have to know how to adjust. So one has to know where they are. Meaning, you have to be aware, okay, I'm here. You want to be there. Central. Not being whipped around through the emotional wheel. So let's get to explaining the wheel. Because that's the most important part. Look at the wheel. Dag, I need something to hold this up because I damn sure don't want to. Choose this side. If any of you guys want this wheel, email me at upscaleknowledge@gmail.com. I have some wall size ones that you can purchase and put it on your wall after I explain in depth, and you get it like a conscious cleansing do-it-yourself at home kit. And I have a little booklet with it so that you can handle your handle. But look at the wheel. This wheel's representing self, the 4 directions of your mind. Of course, you have 4 lobes of the brain: parietal, occipital, frontal, and temporal lobes. So this is real, but there's levels to this. Let's start at the beginnings. And so this circle represents the 4 directions of your mind. Wherever the mind is going to coincide with the emotional state. Now look at the circle. Inside the circle you have your emotions in your 4 directional spaces. From secure to confident, meaning on that side, this is your logical side. This is the ascending side, meaning the rising conscious. From arrogant to secure, meaning this side. Arrogant to insecure, this is the unlogical side or the emotional side. This is when one is not using logic, but they're basing their emotional state. So think like when I tell y'all, man, y'all being biased. You get it? You're taking favoritism. You're not going on right or wrong, but you're going on like or dislike. Like that. Now, outside the circle, you have the glory and despair. Glory is when one is in a God state and above the emotions. Despair is when one is in a fallen state and buried under them. So some of you guys may get to a place of insecurity or depression where you become, buried under your emotions. Meaning you ambushed by thoughts, you ambushed by your emotions. 1 minute you happy, 1 minute you down. You're like all over the place, but your thoughts keep changing. You get it? You keep getting reoccurring thoughts that snap you from one emotional state to the next. You might have went through a lot, so you're getting a thought of the past. You get it? It tie into your emotional state and drag you all over the... It's a deep thing, like I said. If you old enough and you've experienced enough, so you should grasp what I'm saying. And I'm sure, you've had your struggles with these things. You probably still do. And the same things that we taught in school. So this is the true path and the true beginnings of one becoming wise. Now, like I said, the glory, this is where you want to be. This is when one is in a God state and they're above the emotional roller coaster. Despair, opposite. These are your 2 outside of the circle. Now, Central, of course. This is just you as a solar awareness, not lost in the emotional state yet or anything. This is like you as a baby. But of course, that will be moved, throughout the course of your life through these emotional states. Throughout your day, you might go through it on a micro perspective, having little moments of insecurity, little moments of arrogance, little moments of confidence, little moments of security. But on a larger scale, throughout the entire times of y'all life, y'all will spend periods of y'all lives in these states. And so you want to be God over that, meaning controlling the direction of your emotional state. This is dependent on the mind. Now let's go to in the wheel. Are y'all following so far? If anyone wants to give back. Anyone wants to give back, you can visit paypal.me/SolaSolari or cash.app/$ the real solace. If any of you guys have my link, can you put it up, please? Now, let's start with the inside of the wheel. Let me know if y'all following so far. I'm gonna stop a second and see if y'all have any questions. Okay, Marcel Salvago. Few of the rest of you guys grasp. Peace and wisdom, Philip Hamer. That book is deep. Like I said, if any of you guys want this little conscious cleansing wheel of self, a circle of self, do it yourself at home, kid. Let me know. Like I said, I got some poster. They like, I don't know how to explain that. I'll show y'all one. But you can get the kit. I'll put a little booklet with it. You can hang it on your wall, therefore, in the morning, and at night you can see it. The mind can stay on the goal, which is that rising above, being lost in your emotions, controlling what you think about, because what you think about is what you're manifesting. Most people's minds move all around the circle, and so it's hard for them to manifest anything because y'all emotional state and thoughts change too much. You get my point? And so, like I said, everything has to do with understanding. Now, look inside the wheel. We're going to start there. You have your four realms of emotions inside the wheel. Each realm inside the wheel being your emotions. Each realm having thought and ideas in it. And so when you as the awareness are knocked into confidence, there are thoughts and ideas that will ambush your mind. So it's the same when you're secure, insecure, arrogant. There are specific thoughts and ideas that will pop into your mind. It has nothing to do with your thoughts, but it's the thoughts of the emotional state that you're in. So depending on the emotional state you're in, this will determine the thoughts that will pop in your head. If you're insecure, then you might get real unstable thoughts. You get my point? And it ain't because you want to, but it's where you allow yourself to fall emotionally. Now look at arrogance and confidence like proud and pride filled. Proud and pride. There's nothing wrong with being proud. In fact, a lot of you guys need to learn to be proud of yourself and others. But then there's pride. You get my point? That's associated with arrogance. You need help, but you have pride. You don't want to ask. Y'all know what pride is. When you get to insecurity, insecure, this is your humiliated and humbled. You get it? So, pride, proud. Humiliated, humbled. I'm just giving y'all, different words to try and grasp. Now, let's say one is within the arrogant space. My arm's tired. Hopefully, y'all got a mental. Yeah, one more. Take a little mental. Throw that in the mental Rolodex. And then grasp. Me said, can you please name the chemical compound associated with each part? I'm not sure what you mean. Some of you guys want to seem smart. Smart is when you grasp things simple. If you can't grasp what I'm saying simple, like how I'm explaining it now, you're not going to be able to grasp it no other way. He said like dopamine, serotonin, etc. Again, champ, if you cannot grasp it simple, you're not going to be able to grasp it no other way. The way you're speaking is retarded. And so, start here. Scientists don't even know every location, every substance comes from in the brain. Meaning, scientists have not even figured out every location in the brain where every substance comes from. Some of these locations got to do with the mixing and merging, meaning when you think, you pull in thought or airs from certain locations of the brain. Sometimes they merge together, get all kind of substances. The point I'm making is if scientists, which names serotonin and other things that you mentioned, if they haven't even finished a graph for that, what sense would it make you to ask that? Again, some people want to look really wise. You can't grasp the simple. Get off. If you think like, oh, I can beat solace and wisdom on a scientific level, you can't. I'm making it simple so everyone can grasp. Everybody don't care about science. It's not that I can't bust your ass in science. It's just like I said. It's for everyone to grasp. Now, I didn't come for anyone to compete. Come for y'all to learn. If you want to learn, learn. If you want to compete, compete like you have confidence in yourself. Don't nitpick like I think I'm wiser than you, solace on this or that. Then you could lose after that. It's that simple. So, thank you, Philip Hamer, that part. I'll be reaching. Then get disturbed when y'all fall a little short. If you've been coming here long enough, you should be already to trust my wisdom, right? It's the pinnacles of wisdom. Here. Grasp it on. Put y'all energy into grasping. Not trying to find a way to compete with me. Y'all already lost that. You get my point? Say, Solace got ego. You already lost those arguments. Just focus now. Get wise. No, I'm grown. Some of y'all still immature. You don't get it though, but I'm talking to some of y'all grown too. Just grasp I'm mature. Whatever you lost on, I'm not. I'll come down play with you sometime, you hear? But learn. Learn and focus. Now, let me get to this last question. And get back to this. Chilo said, just don't heard this, pay attention in the plan. I don't know what you're saying, but I think you're trying to say like, just pay attention and apply the wisdom. Salam, shalom. Everybody don't mean, everybody comments that fall on the dumb side a little bit, they not all trolls. They really think, you get it? Their mind is in competition. Not saying, because a lot of y'all, you got to go in detail with everything. You might not be looking at me saying, I want to compete with Solace, but I may say something that may make you think, oh, I can, like that. And you get lost into your competitive mind. You think like, no, he's wrong on this and I could prove a point, and you can't. You have to be aware. Meaning, first start, am I wiser than you overall? Brain work enough to say, yeah, you wiser than me overall. Then let it go. You get my point? Trying to find one little piece of thing you think you get my point? It's over for you. Hopefully some of y'all can actually grasp that, where you like, okay, he is right. If he's wiser than me overall, even if I could win on one subject, it wouldn't even matter. What would it matter? That part. Outside of your own individual ego, what would that matter? Nothing. That's my point. Adjust the mind for you coming to get the wisdom. Or you gonna get lost. Now I'm not acknowledging that you can beat me on anything. Not even a little piece of something. Not even on ego. I don't wanna hold you. You got ego? Because I do too. We all do. Mine's work the best. You wanna see? Wanna see how niggas can get mad for like really long? Like the Bashir, this thing, big baby, glad tidings. Salam, shalom. Now, okay, I have no more questions. Now, I was going to go a little in depth on what you asked me about the dopamine and all of that. But just ask a specific question. Now, let's get to the circle. Within the will, like I said, you have your emotional states in each realm, you know, your north, your south, your east, your west realm. All of these emotional realms have thought and idea within them. This is what ambushes y'all. If you ever took DMT before, I haven't, but if you have, so you say like little mushrooms start, you know, ambushing you, little toys, machine elves, you know, like that. Look at those as like little ideas. You are now in mind space. You're not physical anymore. You're in mind space. And so you're in whatever direction you are. And so the thoughts and ideas, you can see them. They're ambushing you. Just like in physical life. But in physical life, you can't see them. You just see outside yourself. But you could still feel like the thoughts popping in your head. Certain ideas. They spark your emotional state. And they make you a little angry. You get my point? Now, your solar awareness, like I said, my arm is getting a little tired, but your solar awareness will be thrown within those emotional states throughout your life and throughout your day, causing you to get certain thoughts. Now, in the arrogant space, you're going to get a lot of pride-filled thoughts, hate-filled thoughts. You get my point? Like, confidence and arrogance is not two different, but the difference is the thoughts. Confident person having loving thoughts. Thoughts of doing loving acts, great acts. The arrogant person having thoughts to do great acts of making niggas feel like shit. You get my point? Like that. Like that. They both the same, but polar opposite in perspective. Hopefully y'all locking this image in y'all mind, because my arm's getting tired. Now in arrogance, so like I said, you're gonna get thoughts like hate-filled thoughts, vengeful thoughts, things along that line. Like I said, you can always get the little conscious Kenzin do-it-yourself kit. It has everything down to the detail. Now in the confidence section, like I said, are the realm of emotions. You may get like, you know, loving acts, positive thought, self-assured thoughts, where like You don't need nobody to raise your spirit or reassure you of yourself. Your mind is just in that flow and in that emotional state. If you fall, it's easy for you to get back up. You get my point? You're self-assured, you're balanced, you're good. I can win, I can lose, it's no big deal. I get up, I fall, I'm on my feet, whatever. You're confident. When you get too secure, this is like you're gonna get thoughts of wanting to do better, and things like that. Of course, you're coming from probably insecure despair, so you're not here, but the mind is in the state to raise there, like, yeah, I'm ready, I need to do something better. And so you're getting ideas to make you better. You get it? Your focus lies there. You probably won't have no sex drive in this emotional state. You'll have a strong sex drive in this emotional state. Not strong as in you want to have sex all the time, but strong as in balanced. In this emotional state, you're going to get a lot of perverted thoughts.
Incoming call. Incoming call. Incoming call. Incoming call.
Like I said, in this emotional state, you're going to get a lot of perverted thoughts. You're going to have a high sex drive. And it can go into a perversion. In this emotional state, your sex drive will be low, but you get my point? You'll still like have sex. In this emotional state or despair, so you nearing your end. Kind of ambushed and buried under all the emotions. You're probably ready to kill yourself. So sex or nothing that got to do with once you get here, so you disattach from people in life, you don't have conversations, you get my point? You lost in your own brain, in your own emotional state, and you get it? You probably about to reach your demise. Up here, of course, you're above emotional states, so you're not lost in emotions or nothing like that. You're not getting any thoughts here. You're free of all of that. You're just aware and in assistance and fulfilled. You get it? If someone falls, your thought is just to react and pick them up. But there's no emotional attachments like, oh, they fell. I remember my grandmama fell. And now you're doing deeds based on emotions, and it's just an awareness and a reaction, kind of in the flow with life. And so most people's lives is hard because they try to control it, not understanding. You have many different levels and stages. Put up a one if y'all grasp it so far. But you have many different stages or levels of awareness, of free will. Most people don't understand that they're programmed. They're not aware of how much they're manipulated and programmed. And so there's stages of becoming aware. The point I'm making is this. I'm trying to see how can I word it. I'm speaking on the mind. It's nothing or unseen, so to get y'all to grasp, it can become kind of complex, but like I said, each direction or each emotional state comes with thoughts, ideas, things of this nature. So you may be able to look now and say, yeah, according to what he was saying about the ideas and thoughts in the emotional state, I may be here. I may be here. Some of y'all like, damn, I'm all the way down here. Like, just watching this video is keeping me from my moment of killing myself. And you get my point? If you hold a truth within yourself, because some people, it's simple. If you're in arrogance, so most ain't gonna be able to identify, like, I'm here. You get it? I'll show y'all. I'm somewhere here. Like, If y'all get on my nerves, then you get it. You see, I'm explaining my own self perfectly. If y'all get on my nerves, then I'll go there. Not all the way deep in arrogance where you like, oh, this nigga, he's still talking to us and shit, but he getting on our nerves back. But y'all can sense like he don't mean his arrogance. It's not real arrogance. He's really trying to annoy the fuck out of us because y'all already know everything. Y'all don't support, y'all get on my nerves, I give it back. You get it? But for the most part, I'm like somewhere around here and confident. I'm just confident I do what I do. I could tell you a time in my life when I was here. Here. You get my point? But you have to have that truth within self where you get it? You separate yourself from self. You have to be somebody that reflects on self ever so often. Most people don't look at their self ever. So for you, it's going to be hard to like identify where you at because you don't even look at yourself. And if you don't look at yourself and reflect on yourself, then you're just going to automatically be like, I'm straight. I'm at the glory. You get it? I'm at the glory, and that's that. But identifying where you are, understanding that there's thoughts, ideas, and things like that associated with them emotional states. In that, you can understand why it's important to transcend your thoughts. You may be somebody that something bad happened to you. You hear insecure, something bad happened to you, and ever so often it pops up into your mind space, causing you to go into a little emotional spiral. If you can become aware of it, meaning let's say you have this posted on your wall, so then when it happens, this helps you kind of to remember, oh, I'm in that. You get it? I got these thoughts popped in my head, now they're making me go into that emotional state. If you can catch the thought, then you get my point? Meaning some of y'all are ambushed by the same thoughts every day, and it drives you crazy. Some of y'all maybe once a week, once a month, whatever. Some thought keep popping in your mind, or ideas, or this thing or that thing, out of perspective of people towards you. Something causing your emotional state to go a little dark or negative. You have to become aware of that thought, and when it happens, kind of become aware of the pattern of it. And then when it happens, stop it from happening. You're not making the thought come, but you can make it go. And once you get groomed into that and you do it enough times, it won't come back anymore. Meaning if you're somebody that's suffering with bad thoughts, that's causing you to go into bad emotional states. Say you got raped or something when you was younger. You old as hell now. But ever so often that still pop in your mind. Then you get aggravated. Or worse. You can't even see something happen that's close to rape because then you like, you're going to stay like that till you transcend the thoughts, meaning you in a certain emotional state. And so you're going to get certain thoughts and ideas, period, have nothing to do with you. They're going to ambush you to try and drag you deeper. So the thoughts within the emotional state are there to kind of drag you deeper into the side. This side being one side truly, the negative side. But if you're here, so you're getting the thoughts, vengeance-filled thoughts, hate-filled thoughts, thoughts where you view yourself as better, like somebody in this emotional state, just in the entirety of their life, they could probably sex traffic and stuff like that because they view whatever they doing the offense against as beneath them. So it don't matter. You get it? An arrogant person could sell a woman the vagina. You get my point? Because he view her as beneath him. So it don't mean nothing to him. Somebody in the insecure or secure and confident, they couldn't do it. It's the logic. So, but why would I sell her to you? Are they mind gonna go into why she wanna even do that? Why she wanna sell a vagina for? Like, she got hands and feet, she can always find something to do. I don't want to take no parts in that. They see the logic in it, like, well, whatever the case is, I don't want to take no parts in it. Whatever y'all do, y'all just do. But somebody in this emotional state, they wouldn't care. They'll do it. Someone in this emotional state, you get it? Gonna do what they told for, you get it? You don't really care. They one level above despair, so they with whatever. And this is what a lot of the young kids in the street, they hear. So they with whatever, they don't, you get my point? They don't care. They one level above despair. So for them, it's like, I'll shoot this nigga in the head, it wouldn't, whatever. Who cares? And they get thoughts and ideas like that from the emotional state that they in. And it helps to drag them deeper to where they need to be, meaning deeper on the other side. Now, like I said, the point of the circle is for that. Of course, it's more. I have it written out in detail, every side, the thoughts, ideas, things like that, to help one to see where they are. Like, I may be here. At the end of the day, you might look at, your circle. You say, okay, I think I might be right there. And then you can adjust self and get self back central. Because the only way you can get here is from here. You get it? I don't want you to think like, okay, I have to raise from insecure to secure, then confident, then I'll get to my glory. No, you're not getting to the glory from any of these. But from here, you can get to the glory. Meaning if y'all can cleanse the mind out and the emotional state out, then the emotions have nothing to grab to draw you in. Y'all get drawn into certain emotions because you already have dirt there, similar to whatever's trying to draw you in. You got beat up by a man before, you see a young lady and a man arguing, your thoughts is this about that, you get it? Then you get drawn in emotionally. Look at it like that. If you in a certain emotional realm, then you can be drawn into it. But if you have no emotional baggages, then there's nothing to draw you into any of them. In that, you just stay aware and completely logical on a matter. Whatever you see, you say, well, I need to know all the details because I don't know why that man and that woman arguing. Maybe she did something to his mama. In that case, I don't want to get involved. You get it? You see a man beating up a woman, but we never think like, well, we don't know what she did. You've been beat up by a man before for no reason, so you might say, man, it don't matter what she did. You become completely illogical, where it's like, it do matter. What if she set his mama up? What if she set his house up to be robbed and he wasn't there, his mama was there? And his mama got killed and now he catching up with her. You gonna say that don't matter? That it do fucking matter. The details matter. Unless y'all about to tell me women don't set people up. That part. But if you lost in your emotions, you like, no, a nigga beat me up. I seen this nigga yelling at this girl, grabbing her up. Your first thought is not going to be logical. It's going to go on your experiences and draw you deeper in. So it works that way on the emotional level. You want to get here. When you hear for long enough, of course, in your acquiring wisdom from that pure state, not seeing things from, one of these emotional filters, but being central. In that, slowly you will raise to your glory as you become wiser and wiser, experiencing and learning from this state. You will raise. When you learn from these states, you will either be led around the wheel. So if you're learning things from the confident self, you will eventually, get it? Be led through the wheel. If you start from insecure, but you like, I'm about to get on my knowledge. This is going to be your filter of everything you learn. It's going to drag you through. That's why when y'all learn, y'all get all emotional. Be arguing, acting like kids. You're not starting from here. Disattached from all of that. Just the logic. Whatever is truth and pure, it comes in. It helps to raise the self to the glory. Now, when you at the glory, you got to be careful. You don't want to deal with nobody below confident. Why? Because you can be dragged into your despair, meaning the person in their glory can go here or there. You get it? They disattach from this. And so when you raise here, you got to be careful and watch your step. You get to talking to people here, they could drop you there. If a person is insecure, or let's say a person's insecure, they need only be dealing with people that's secure. They can help to pull them out of it. If they start surrounding themselves with people here, where they are is going to crush them. You get it? They need to be with somebody that's coming from where they at. But when they're here, you get thoughts like you want to do better. You get my point? And so this person can help this person. And in them helping them, they help to raise their confidence. And you get my point? And then they raise here. But it's in order. You want to understand like where you are emotionally, especially if you in the lower rankings. I guess it don't matter if you in the higher ones. You get my point? You want to know where you at so you know what, you know. You don't want to ambush yourself with emotions that's beneath you. You get my point? Somebody in their confidence or their glory is not going to be able to help somebody insecure. It's going to crush them. You get it? Think like if you're doing real bad, you real insecure, but you used to having. If somebody from your past that's here or here come along to help you, you get it? You like, nah, I'm straight. It's too much. But if somebody come along that's kind of close to your state, let's say you all fucked up and dusty, and they a little dusty too, but they on a... So it's easier for you to accept from them. You get my point? It don't crush you so much. And so there's a real... Like I said, this is Shirley. I have to grasp these things. This is the path to one becoming wise. It goes a lot more deeper. I got a bunch of pages here to go through with y'all, but like I said, y'all can just buy the little kit. It'll come with one of these, but you know, a bigger one that you can put on your wall. In the evenings, get yourself a little yoga mat or something. Like I said, I'll get you this, but it'll be a wall size one. I have one already. I gotta just go pick it up. That's what it's calling. And so I got a few of them. You get a wall one, post it on your wall, get your little yoga mat, like I said, a little booklet, maybe 10, 11 pages long, breaking down every emotional state, the point of everything, and then conscious cleansing, do it yourself at home. You get it? Of course, if I was there to be better, but I can't, so kind of use the graph. Use the breakdown that will be accompanied with it. And every evening, or at least every weekend, you know, you sit with yourself in front of the graph and kind of see where you are and kind of grasp where you want to be. When you understand the thoughts and ideas that are associated with each realm, that'll help you to know where you at. Because right in that moment, you could look and just say, okay, where was my thoughts at a little while ago? Where they at now? In that, you know, like, okay, I'm here, so I need to get... You get my point? You're looking at the graph, you're like, okay, I'm here, whatever. But then you know, like, okay, the true goal is I want to get here, but I want to get here from here. Meaning from any of these, you can get here. And it is only from here can you get here. And so in your understanding the graph represents the four corners of your mind. Then you can start to control your directions. This is where you pulling in thought from. A lot of y'all have desires and goals and things you want to do, but it don't seem to work for you. The reason for that is because the emotional state you in is dragging the thoughts in the emotional state is leading you to other emotional states. And so you get it? Some of y'all have thoughts coming from many different directions of self. And so you all over your emotions, meaning you may go through all 4 emotional states in one day. Not saying these are all the emotions, but the emotions y'all know can all be bunched into these 4 categories. The thoughts and ideas associated with all the many different emotional states being bunched into the category as well. So hate is an emotion. It'll be here. Someone here ain't having hateful thoughts. Someone here don't have hateful thoughts. Someone here will. You get it? Someone here will. Light, heavy. Or you could reverse it. Light, hate-filled thoughts, because they too insecure to get beside these. Heavy, hate-filled thought. But do you get my point? Like I said, the graph goes deep. The more you understand, the more you can apply it to self and kind of get the self to a balanced place. This is where your thoughts and things is not running wild and you're just aware of the moments of the day. In that, you kind of give life a chance to control and lead you. Because you can look at it like this. Life is like a river. Think like if you fall into a river. So you try to paddle and shit and get back to the shore. And you trying to control it yourself. You tire yourself out and you drown anyway. And then the river wash you up on shore at some point dead. Or in the moment you fall in the water, you could just relax your body and you will float to the top, and the river will do the same thing that it do with the dead. Meaning you would have got brought to shore if you just relaxed. The river was going to just drag you down the shore. If your body is relaxed, not all clenched up, resistant, then you just float. Nothing truly happened. The waters of life bring you where you needed to go, which is the shore. Or you could try to control it. This is how we are in life. Y'all trying to control where y'all go and what y'all want to do, and life already got a flow for you. And you're trying to control, and you get it? Y'all tire yourselves out. Y'all make whatever y'all purpose is, a burden. As opposed to just kicking back, relaxing. Life gonna flow you. All you gotta do is have your emotional state cleaned out, so that when opportunity in this flow is happening, you ain't the resistance in it. That's it. Y'all say, if I let life flow me, I don't know where I'll lead. You'll lead to the best places you need to be, but your resistance is like direction. So while life flowing you now, you making it go this way. And so you get it, as long as you resisting it's going this way, it's going to always turn back that way. You're just making the journey longer. So you get my point? It's like a young boy, his mama say, man, you go get you a job down at the KFC at the supermarket. He say, nah, I ain't doing that. He go sell drugs. You do that for 5-10 years, end up in jail, do 10 years in jail, parole out, and then the nigga end up working at the supermarket. Life had him covered at 15, 16 when his mama said, go get a job at the supermarket. He would have got that job that would have led him to college. Whole different life. He resisted. To bring his ass all around the block for him to come right back to that moment. 40 years later, though. This is how some of y'all life is. You like, damn, that's what happened to me. Had you known this, it wouldn't have. But we not taught this in school. We taught gym. Sex. Taught stupid stuff that don't matter. So, kind of grasp. If y'all have any questions, ask. Thanks a lot, young God. He said y'all make sure y'all like the video. Peace and wisdom, me. Oh, you didn't catch a fence. Usually people catch a fence when I check them a little bit. So, I'm glad you grasped. Like I said, this goes way deeper, but this has to do with one. These are steps one takes before wisdom or during the course of receiving in wisdom. You get my point? A lot of y'all try to just dive into the wisdom. It's like martial arts or anything. Before you learn, the particulars, you need to learn the moral. You need to learn the emotional state you in. Otherwise, there's no point in you having the thing. It's responsibility with possession. Meaning if you possess something, you're responsible for it. You get my point? And so, you need to know how to handle it the right way. You can give a little kid a pistol, you don't give him no direction and say, this is how you shoot it, this is how you load it. He will blow his head off. You put the gun in his possession, now he got a responsibility to know how to work it. You got to know how to protect it in itself and others. Wisdom and everything else the same, especially wisdom. You get wisdom, you got to know how to work it, how to protect it. You get my point? And so, before you learn wisdom, you have to learn the moral. You have to clean yourself out. The mind and the emotional state. This is like a rebirthing. And then you start there. A lot of y'all are lost into religions and many different things. You get my point? You have to free the self of all worldly things that you've picked up in the world. Bring self back to the place of birth. When you knew nothing, you were just pure awareness. Of course, you're adult now. So this pure awareness should be better than it was on your first go round. But the hardest part is clearing out the mind in the emotional state. Of course, you can never clear out your mind, but you can override the things in it with truth. You get my point? And so, whatever y'all hold in y'all mind, if y'all come to terms that, man, these things ain't true, like that, then they become overrided in that truth. Man, that ain't right. And so you get my point? Like that. You have to cleanse the self out. And face all the lies and things in the mind. Philip Hamer said, story of my life. Yeah, most people, they have the same issues. And so most people, they come to my channel, they don't realize how wise I am, how far along I am. I'm like the golden child. I'm like the American condom. The mind has to evolve first. The emotional state in the body will follow wherever the mind is. Now everybody's mind is not leading. Some people emotional state leading. But you are how you are in this moment. Whether you coming from the streets, you could be a whole hitman. And you could be a whole square from the suburbs, never did anything, you even barely been outside. And these two can begin a path of wisdom. Meaning cleanse themselves out mentally and emotionally, and then learn from that moment in that purity. They can both become genius. The hitman still going to have the emotional state of a hitman in the appearance. You get it? And the square still going to have the look of a square in the emotional state or the personality. That's a better word. The hitman still going to have a hitman's personality. A hitman's jokes. You're going to look like a hitman, but his mind ain't where it was as a hitman. You get it? He's wise. Same with the square. His mind is to the pinnacles. They're both in the same place. But he's still going to look like a square. He's still going to have the personality of a square. As their minds lead, then their emotional states in their physical will follow. But the mind has to lead for long enough. You get my point? And so a lot of y'all come in here, say, man, Solace don't look wise. His emotional state ain't wise or what I think it should be. I'm young. You get my point? My emotional state and my appearance have to catch up to my mind. But like I said, it's not about resistance. It's not about force. Not saying that anything's wrong with my emotional state or my vessel. Of course, y'all know one of the dieselest dudes in the planet. Natural, no supplements. All this dieselness, damn, my brow keep getting a little crooked, big baby. All this dieselness and sexiness under here, this is a result of the mind. My beautiful personality. Beautiful personality. It's a result of the mind. Some of y'all are in low places, so you get my point. You may view me like, no, this emotion ain't right. I'm speaking from that perspective. If that's how you view it, then you get it. Over time, I suppose, I'll be like exactly how you suspect a wise man to be. Maybe when I'm 80 or 90. So you can wait till then. You can get it now. However, try to grasp. It's a deep thing. The point I'm making is when you guys raise in mind, how you are is how you're gonna be. You get it? A lot of y'all think, man, if I can become a genius, then I'm gonna be different. How you are is how you are. The problem is how you think. How you look don't matter. That doesn't matter. We could switch clothes right now, but that ain't gonna change like who I am. Are you? You could take my clothes, I'll take yours. You wear dockers and flannel shirts and dress like somebody from the suburbs. I take your clothes, ain't gonna make me that. You get it? Like that. Meaning when some of y'all minds get to a level you'll grasp, like, the thought's a little shallow, but how you are is how you are. The problem is the thoughts. The thoughts is depending on where you are, mentally, maturity levels, things like that. Now, if y'all have any questions, y'all can ask. Like I said, I'm gonna put it up on my website maybe in about an hour or two. Y'all can, thank you, young God. Y'all can visit my website, purchase a little conscious cleansing kit. Put it on your wall. Read through it. Make sure it's only like 10 pages, 11 pages at most, 15 pages at most. I'm gonna try to squeeze it in there, make it short, so you can just read over it. How long is like instruction book? About like 10, 15 pages, right? Like if y'all buy like a TV or something y'all gotta put together. You might have like 10, 15 pages. Trying to make it like that so you can just read it, grasp this and the point and everything and all the detail and kind of be able to bring it into your mind and remember it easy. If it's too long, you're not going to, that's too much to remember. And then you just start there, remembering that little bit, using the graph, and for the next year, this is your goal. Like, you're cleaning out these dirty reoccurring thoughts you be getting. You taking this stance now. I'm getting rid of these fucking thoughts. You're messing up my life. So as you change the direction of thought, you will change the emotional state you're in. Otherwise, the emotional state lead, and then it drag you where it drag you, and then you get ambushed by the thoughts there. Your emotional state drop into insecurity, now you get ambushed by insecure thoughts and ideas. You have to transcend it, meaning you have to catch those thoughts when they come in, being able to identify, oh, this thought go with arrogance or insecurity. Some of y'all are getting thoughts right now. If you have the graph, then you know, hold on, that thought go with insecurity. Arrogance. I don't want to be on this side. This side is descending. If you over here, you good for the most part. This is the rising conscious, the rising side. Of course, you can't get there through here, but you get my point? You want to be here until you get to a place where, you know, you can drop down and raise up. But you want to be there, meaning this is the place you need to be social and live in life. And when you nearing your death or your end, which no man truly know, you want to try to like get grounded and go to your glory. But, so you get my point, it's become a juggle. You got to figure out like, how can I stay here never so often, you know, get my practice. So that if you are blessed to get close to your end in your olden age, then it's nothing for you to just go into your glorious mind state. Hold that vibration. Same way y'all listen to music every day, keep y'all in a certain vibration. That music helps to give y'all certain ideals and thoughts. Meaning the music puts y'all into a certain emotional state, and in that, the thoughts come, and then y'all get locked into a certain manifestation, meaning y'all make a certain life for yourself, then y'all be like on a path until you shake it. Lucky for y'all, songs change. Think like that. You was on that NWA, my nigga, you was like, shit, you was about to be in jail for a long time, but lucky like Bad Boy came out, in the sound change. Then the sound change, you was dancing after that, because if that didn't happen, that part, you better hope this drill music changed. I mean, it did, like, you feel me? The music, the sounds control the time. It's dying like crazy because the drill music, it's like heavy metal. You had high suicide. High suicide during that time, big baby. Heavy metal and rock got to do with suicidal thoughts. It puts you into the despair state. That drill music puts you here and here. You be mad arrogant, like, yeah, my bitch suck my dick and all that. You get it? Y'all know how the rap music sound. I don't know the words because I don't listen no more, but you know the things y'all say. It fall into these categories: insecure stuff and arrogant stuff. You get my point? And then y'all kill each other. And then y'all kill each other and die. It's a result of the sounds. Go back to the white boys, they was listening to heavy metal, so they was all killing themselves and doing strange things, suicidal things, homicidal things. If you kill your mama, this is like suicide. I mean like that. You listen to that heavy metal, they kill their own self or do something bad to somebody close to them. That's suicidal. Like, who's killing? You get it? You can't just classify like a man or a person killing their mom as a homicide. That's like suicide homicide, because that's you too. Like, you retarded. I don't know how they say it. You feel me? I don't understand things like that. I watched something earlier where Chinese dude killed his mom and put in a suitcase, and I'm like, I just don't. Yeah, why? You get a little disturbed. I say I don't want to talk to them no more. I don't. I'm the Kundan, my nigga, the golden child. I don't want to deal with this. This is absurd. I'm talking to people that killed their mama. Talking about he wondering if he should have killed his daddy too, but that would have made it too hot. I say, yeah, I don't belong here. Never have I ever thought to myself, yeah, I can kill my mama. It never popped in my mind, nothing close. My mama never even really got on my nerves to like. My mama never got on my nerves to where I'm like, I hate her. Just moments, shit. Like, I'm simple. I'm a moment person. You get in my nerves in the fucking moment, I'm gonna tell you. But I ain't lost in the moment. Like, you get my point. If you my peoples, I won't forget that. It's just a moment. But you kill y'all mama, man. That's suicide homicide. That ain't just regular old homicide. Homicide got to do with shit you don't care nothing about. You don't even know it, so you don't care. Like, killing your buddy and your mama and shit close to you. Excuse my language, but you one step away from killing your own self. You probably would. You get my point? You gonna get caught. That's too close, so you right on the brink of suicide. It's a deep thing. Like I said, you get this graph, you see where you are. You sit with self, nothing happens overnight. But you give yourself the first 7 days, you'll see some change. Depending on how far down you are. Like I said, once every night, I'll start off once a week. Put the graph somewhere where you can see it. When you wake up, that way it can knock your mind back into the thought. Yeah, I need to be aware of my emotional state. Because most of y'all don't pay no attention to that. Like where you are during the day. Certain moments of the day. Wherever y'all are, y'all are. Y'all don't care. Y'all figure like once I fall asleep, then that's it. But once you fall asleep, you gotta remember the unconscious mind is saw you. And so wherever the emotional state of the thoughts is when y'all fall asleep is what's gonna blossom out or harvest in the morning. So, like Malcolm said, chickens coming to lay their eggs, big baby. Nobody care about that. What that means is don't plant what you don't want to harvest. And when you do harvest, don't nobody care. That's your own business. You a rapper? The chickens coming home to lay their eggs on y'all. But don't nobody care. Y'all rap about murder, death, and all this dumb shit. Now y'all getting killed. Chickens coming home to lay their eggs. Y'all planted them thoughts and them words. And now they hatching on y'all. Where they came from. Chickens always come back to lay their eggs home. That's why that phrase is so deep. Chickens come lay their eggs, that's your own problem, and nobody crying for you. And so y'all be careful on what y'all plant, because it's going to come back to the self. That's your harvest. It's a deep thing. Now, if you have any questions, ask. Wise Solace. The golden child, I'm about to depart. Young God said the question you proposed to us about how long does it take for a dead person, spirit, to know it's dead, and how long do it take to recognize we died? Interesting question. Y'all are dead already, but you don't have any awareness of it. So that's why I proposed the question. Say, how long does it take a soul to realize that they dead when they die? Because y'all don't realize y'all dead now. So there you get it. The spirit was buried in the menses, the soil. Like I said, you have soil on every plane of existence. Physical soil is dirt. On the substance plane of existence, menses, egg cell blood, soil. Semen is the seed. On an air plane of existence, this is the mind. So the consciousness is planted into the unconsciousness. The unconscious airspace is like menstrual cycle. It manifests into its substance, which is the blood into the clay or the physical vessel. And so it's the same on the opposite side. The consciousness, which is like airs, wind, manifest into the substance, that seminal fluid. This is consciousness manifested as substance. That's placed inside the clay. Now you have awareness and unconsciousness merged. All conscious and unconscious merged. The soul inside the unconscious body, making for what y'all experience. Y'all awake, then y'all ain't. Y'all consciousness, awareness. The body, it manifested from the unconscious waters, the unconscious space. And so, like I said, the spirit was buried into the soil the same way the body do when y'all die. Man say a man's dead when he buried in the dirt. His spirit was buried in the dirt when his daddy ejaculated him into his mama. That was the burying or the death of the spirit. But he don't count that. He think him, a seed is buried in the dirt, the harvest to come after, man say that's life. He don't say that's death harvested. It's like, even the thing that harvests it dies, so he should know, like, yeah, that's, death is, I don't want to say death is planted, but life is buried. It dies. The death of it harvested. So y'all just going through stages of death, like the mind was buried, the spirit was buried, the body will be buried. But at what point does the awareness realize, hold on, I'm on a path of dying? You get it? I'm not in life growing to be bigger and better. I'm on this path where I'm going slowly to death. I'm like a broken light. I come on and go off. Like, light's supposed to stay on. y'all don't have understanding. So y'all say, no, we on the right path. This is life. You know? So I propose the question, when do y'all realize y'all dead? I guess some point after y'all buried in the dirt, because it ain't gonna happen here. You're on your way to dying, but until it happens, you're gonna say you're alive. Peace and wisdom, Lulu, baby. I was thinking about you the other day. I hope all is well. Shalom, shalom. I need to meet some of y'all before, y'all disappeared. Just a thought, Not in a bad way. I be thinking about some of y'all, then y'all disappeared, and I be like, damn, I never got to meet them. Like that. But everyone has to become aware that they're in realms involving death. This is why death is around. It's a part of the realms, in that the awareness of the soul that you are can free itself from it. This is the only thing that keep y'all bound. When I say free yourself from it, you can't free yourself from your body. You have to die for that to happen. But even when you're freed from the vessel and from the spirit or the substance of self, the awareness that you are still going to be buried in the unconscious soils. You get it? And so, free yourself from that. That part. You got to remember, the body holds the memory. And so the unconsciousness and the awareness inside the unconsciousness, this is what makes a soul. Meaning a soul is when awareness is buried into unconsciousness. Both of these being states of airs, but one being dark airs. That manifest in what y'all call menstrual blood. A woman's menstrual cycle ain't blood. It becomes that. But you can just view it as airs in the beginning. Like that. Airs being unconsciousness. Menstrual cycle coincide with moon cycle, so this is a night thing, an unconscious thing. And so, like I said, the awareness of the consciousness is buried inside the unconsciousness. You know how y'all wake up and go into unconsciousness? That ain't got nothing to do with the body. The unconscious mind is the smallest aspect of the body, or the astral plane of the vessel. And so, the conscious mind is bound there. The body makes for the memory. It makes for the individual. So even on a soul plane of existence, when you don't have a body or a spirit, you will still have your memory of yourself being an individual and the things you experience. And this is what's binding you to your death. You get it? It's like this soul is going down the drain with the body in every aspect of it. because they view it as itself. You understand? Y'all remember yourself. You view yourself as yourself. When you fall in a dream, you have no body, but you remember how you look. So to you got form. You remember your name. You get my point? All these things making you the individual. The individual is separated from source, so it's dead. That's your problem. Dead. Separated. Because you're an individual. You don't view yourself as a part of the host. The whole. And so do you get it? The soul has to forget to be free. If y'all get amnesia, then y'all forget like y'all drug habits and everything. You're free. From you. Like that. In that, you could start anew. In terms of your being a soul, so you can merge back with the glory that you are. Most people, they can't separate from their self, their memory, their unconscious mind. And so this is what you call a soul, just lost in the abyss. These is the things that get summoned. A soul lived in body, it died, and it hold on to itself. It hold on to its bad experiences from life, its family, its friends. You get it? It's too attached to life, and it won't let go. Then it become a wandering soul, which is just consciousness trapped in unconsciousness. The unconsciousness being its memory. Y'all see things as awareness. It comes into the body. It's downloaded there. You get my point? And that y'all aware, then sometime thoughts emerge, things like that. The body is like the memory system. And so, thank you, Lulu baby. Shalom, shalom. Oh, Lulu baby said, I love to meet you. Yeah, y'all all can meet me. I'm not sure why y'all think like I do lunch and shit. I do lunch. I do meditation sessions. Just hit me up. We put something together. The more the merrier, though. So like, you know, I don't know y'all, so there's always that. Like, pull up with no pistol and all that, and then you get the wrong idea of me. But I have to make sure you straight. Like, you get me? But I'm not like a star, nothing like that. Like I said, it don't matter if you're a star or a regular person, you still got to get to this place where you cleanse out the spirit and the mind, because it don't matter how rich you are, how much shit you got, your life is going to be as exciting as your mind is deep. You have all the money in the world, but you don't know nothing. So now you just got things, but you ain't got no life. You get it? Your life gonna be as exciting or fulfilling as the depths of your mind. Don't matter how much money you got. And so a lot of y'all need to understand that. You chasing money, but you dumb. And so all you could do with your money is what other people with money do, and they all shallow they self out. You get it? They restricted they self out in the mind. That part. The poor person, they still got, you know, what do you call that when you gotta improvise? They still got improvisation. So in that, it make them have to think. They don't have a lot of pride. So when you got a lot of pride, it's hard to have fun. Because you're too focused on how people gonna perceive you looking in having fun. Or doing things you just enjoy that don't have nothing to do with nobody. There's things y'all enjoy but y'all don't do, because then y'all like, people gonna call me a weirdo. And that you just shorten your own life. You care about what they think. They probably don't care what you think. So why you give them that? That part. It's insecurity. Find where you are. Bring everything around. Like I said, it wouldn't matter if you're rich or poor. What I'm teaching is for everybody. So That's your conscious cleansing lesson. Will of self. Like I said, if you want me to put together a little package for you, you have to email upscaleknowledge@gmail.com and just say, like, you know, I want one of those. And I'll probably put it on my website this evening where you can purchase, you know, a little kit. That's what I'm calling it. It's gonna come with the poster and a little manuscript or something. Like I said, you just practice every day. You get yourself a little rug or something to sit on. You wanna humble yourself, or you wanna get yourself to here. And so, you get my point. You don't want to sit up on anything, but you want to bring everything low vibration down as far as you can. Sit on the floor, not the naked floor. You might catch a cold. It's chilly, so so you get you a little yoga mat or something. Put some candles around it if it's cold. Warm that baby up, you know. Sit on your yoga mat. Look at your wheel, and take a moment with self. You don't gotta rush through it. Say, all right, where am I at? Of course, you're gonna have the little booklet, so it's gonna tell you like all the thoughts and ideas that come with arrogance. In that, you can say, okay, I think I might be here. The thoughts and ideas that pop up when I'm in this emotional state look like the thoughts and ideas that I'm getting. So I must be right here. In that, so you say, okay, I'm in a good place. I just gotta, you know, let life guide me. It's gonna push me here. You get it? You want to be here in life, but you know, at some point, you want to get there. This is like the get real place. It's beautiful, you confident in all of that, but there's nothing to be confident about because no one cares about you. So you have to come here. Get it? This is how life truly is. We be thinking niggas care about us, and nobody care about you. Who care? They even care for the moment of the conversation. You look mad good, but nobody care outside that moment. So we all have to come here from wherever we at some point, and slowly, you know, take the path. Then your mind work like mine, where you know deep divine things to make you smile. CC said, if you're at the point of despair and have detached, what should you do? You should not be left alone. You need to be somewhere where people are always around you. Never be left alone. This is for those in despair. You below insecurity, you have dropped outside of the wheel of emotion, and now you're like bombarded with thoughts and all the emotions just killing you. You can't get your mind on a focused train of thought, all focused emotional state. You like, God damn, I can't take this too much longer. I can't think straight. I keep getting mad, and I might get happy for one little second, and you need to be around whoever you can. Stay away from, you know, this side always if you can. I don't want to say stay away from this side, because all is for you, but meaning anything is better than being here. So you get my point? But you want to be around people. Of course, if you could be around secure people, confident people, they may avoid you because you negative, man. You always got a problem, like, and you controlling them. Because when you over here, you controlling, so you want people to be like how you want them to be. They want to be their own self. I don't want to be how y'all want me to be. I want to be able to, like, show my ego sometime, show my low side sometime, and all of it. I don't want to be stuck. Like, I don't want to have to just speak proper. You get my point? And say, good evening, everyone. This video here, I'll be discussing becoming a sentient. The paths of becoming one. Meaning, if you think you're more well-spoken than me, you're not. I can pronounce every syllable perfectly, not missing a mark, whether I speak fast or slow. See? Every syllable, every word perfectly pronounced. Not one mistake. I don't choose to do that. You look kind of stupid when you do that, like a robot. It's important that you be able to do that. You get my point? Meaning you have to be able to speak and pronunciate your words, and you get my point? You want to take a break from it, it's cool, but make sure you can do it. It's important. Why? These things is more associated with the glory. So someone in their glorious state of mind should always be able to pronunciate their words, express themselves perfectly, pronunciating out every syllable perfect. You get my point? Like how I'm speaking right now. No street vernacular, no lisp in the sound, just clear. Where you say, I'm not sure where he's even from. I don't know what state he would be from. He doesn't speak with any accent. Pronunciates every word out perfect. Like that. I don't like to speak like that because you become a weirdo. People are not going to speak to you. You're going to look like you have serious ego problem if you speak like that to people. Hello everyone, my name's Wise Solace. How's everyone feeling today? Say, this dude got big ego. He talk like crazy. Like that. You have to find your balance. But like I said, whatever the glorious or the high mind has to offer, you should have it. You shouldn't be like lacking it in any way. If you're at the point, okay, I've read that one already. Is the glory state what people call enlightenment? Yeah, but what people call enlightenment, I'm not sure if it has anything to truly do with the glory. The glory has to do with one just being aware. No longer being bombarded by thoughts and ideas, and they're fulfilled already. It's like you buy Jordans, you buy cars, whatever you buy. When do you become fulfilled? Where you say, yeah, I've done that already enough times. I'm good. I just like that. Man stay lost in his desires, cycle after cycle, generation after generation, never becoming fulfilled. Where he just finds a purpose or work that he enjoys a lot, and he just does that. And he has his friends, his small circle, and you get it? It's like it's fulfilled. It's not out of balance. A person that's in the light, you get it? The more you have, so the more ambushed you'll be. You got a bunch of friends, so you got to remember all these birthdays and all these days, and do you get it? Otherwise, you're not a good friend. You can't tell somebody, I got too many friends, I couldn't remember your birthday. Okay, but I'm your friend, I remembered yours. Do you get it? You have too much, you cannot keep up with it. It becomes a burden. It becomes a spoil. So you want to get to the glory where you're fulfilled. There is nothing you desire or want. Whatever comes, comes. I'm not saying you're a bum and you have nothing. I'm saying you don't put any thought into these things. It's not like there's anything you need. So, you get my point? Whatever you have, you will use it. Whatever you don't have, it's not a thought. Whatever you do have, it wasn't a thought. There's nothing you need to accomplish what you need to accomplish. Whatever you need is just going to be a matter of making the thing faster or slower. You get it? You say, man, I'm going to clean up this whole forest. You need no help. You need no tools or nothing. These things is just going to make it go faster. But if you have them or not, it don't matter. You focus, you fulfilled. That's the task. And you fulfill doing that every day. You stop doing that. Check in with your wife, your small circle. And y'all enjoy y'all sunsets. From sunset till work again. You get it? Having your own day and schedule that you made, where you fulfill. Not put on a schedule, but you made your own. A perfect circle that you like. Because we fall into circles of cycles. And we usually forced into them. So you want to create your own. Thank you to everyone who gave back. Now I'm going to take a moment to take a bathroom break. If anyone wants to give back, please do so now. And if you have any questions, you can ask. I'm back. Now, how many of y'all want one of these, or you think you may, so I can get some of these things together for y'all. Peace and wisdom, Sir Jones. I'm gonna be doing a video that got you, Sir Jones. Like I said, if y'all, when y'all get a chance, those of y'all that do, most of y'all I remember from here, but just to make sure, send me an email, upscaleknowledge@gmail.com. But like I said, later or tomorrow, I'm gonna do a video, a part 2 to artificial intelligence and how we created man. So if you didn't see that video, go to the live section of my channel. It should be there. They also have a new feature on YouTube, meaning all of y'all that's in here right now can actually pop up on the screen with me. Not in this video because I didn't do it on that option, but they now have an option. You can upload a video, you can go live, or you can go live together. And so I may come back, I may do the artificial intelligence created man part 2 video that way. And whoever wants to come into the video, I send you the link You pop up on the screen, and that, you know, you don't have to type. There you go, me. You just said it perfectly. You said getting into the glory state can make someone burst out laughing because they finally realize they've been having fake worries. Getting here, which is the beginnings of the glory. When you get to the glory, so you'll be more like how I am, but like your own self, your own personality, but like me in mind, where your thoughts are clear, your understanding is. You get my point? Nobody will be able to debate your understanding. They can say what you say differently. You get it? Meaning if somebody extremely wise and me have a discussion, so it'll probably be like that. Saying the same thing from their own personality. You get my point? Wise people don't read from a script. You get like Christians, they have the book, so then they all sound the same. You get it? Wise men don't learn from books. Well, I don't want to say they don't learn from books. I'm sure every wise man has read a religious book and was in a religion at some point. We born into these things, but you get my point? He evolves beyond books, understanding that nature speaks. And if you can lower your vibration or your ego, which have to do with the self, then you can hear. Your vibration is like sound. Your vibration is high, you cannot hear people. You get it? Look at it like that. And you know how y'all be like, my vibration high. That's like arrogance, so y'all can't hear nobody. You get my point? Disturbing to others. You think like a pond. If you put a high vibration in it, it'll make the pond bubble up. You put a low vibration in the pond, and it's vibrating, but the pond is not disturbed. You get your vibration low enough the way you can hear, and the senses are working beyond what they normally would. You know, you up like that. So your perception will just be like pinpoint. Yeah, part 2 won't be deep. Now, when I say get clean emotionally and mentally, well, when I say get clean, I'm speaking emotionally and mentally. A lot of you guys get lost on physical. So you see my smoking, you say, no, he's not clean. How attached I am determines if I'm clean or not. The things we deal with in physical life, hold on 1 second. The things we deal with in physical life having absolutely nothing to do with where we are. Meaning, if you're clean a lot, has nothing to do with, let's say you drink. Your being clean or not has nothing to do with if you drink. It has to do with how the drinking controls your emotional state and your thoughts. And you get my point? Outside of that, you have to live in life. Everything in life is for you to enjoy and have good times. When you were young, you might have went party with your friends. You wasn't that drunk yet. You wasn't addicted to alcohol yet. And so in that, alcohol served you, meaning it helped for you to have good moments, good memory. Yeah, fun as hell last night. Y'all all drunk and dumb. But then it ain't funny no more. When a nigga on the corner is 8:30 in the morning, nigga all drunk. So like that. You have those that think they're becoming wise, but they're just getting lost into programming and controlling mindset when they think life is about, controlling others and based on their perspectives. What you do is what you do. Do you have control over yourself? You get my point? You see my lips all blacked out and I'm all fucked up, and you like, damn, Silas be looking nice. But that motherfucker look dusty. That's when you say, like, you get it? Other than that, shit, I smoke bud. Some of y'all lips black as fuck. You look finished. So what would it matter for you to tell me, like, you smoke? Shit, you look, you look like what? You get my point? These things is for a purpose. If I tell someone they shouldn't drink, it's not just because they drink. You could drink if you want. But if it's taking hold of you, where you get it, you're not looking good. You're looking like not like yourself. Some of y'all are there where you got you. It wouldn't matter how much money you get. That's only gonna make you worse. You get it? Like that. I'm not. I could buy as much weed as I want. You get my point? I could buy a whole pound of weed right now and smoke all of it today. Like that. You might be broke and you smoke, but if you had the money I have right now, you would literally do that. You will buy a pound and smoke your whole block out, and you get it? You like gone. So it's like that. Other than that, everybody gonna do what they do. Some of y'all addicted to sex. You be buying vagina a lot. I'll probably tell you, like, you should chill before I tell a person that smoke marijuana. You should chill, big baby, before I tell a person that smoke marijuana. Now, of course, if you pure, this is good. Meaning, if you pure, there ain't no need for you to pick up nothing. Usually, most people gonna pick up habits before they come into wisdom. I'm thankful I ain't pick up nothing crazy. Meaning, as wise as I am and old as I am, some of y'all, most of y'all probably more experienced in drugs than me. You like 20, you can pop pills and all kind of shit I know nothing of. So, my point, I'm just thankful on that note. Like, I ain't in that. I'm just relaxed. Did some practices. In some practices, Tibetan monks, in other places, marijuana is a part of their rituals. I'm not saying like people in the street do, where they just gather together on a corner and getting high, but if they have a practice they're doing like this for the moment they need to focus. Of course, if you smoke marijuana, you know that thing can get you real focused. This is why people that smoke, sometimes they may hear like, yo, you zoned out. Calling them, they right there, but they in their own thoughts. Like, now imagine if they're doing something. Say, man, I got problems concentrating and focusing on what I'm doing. Smoke some bud and you'll be like focused on one thing only. So in some practices, they may view that as a way that, you know, you can open up the mind. It's like tea, marijuana. But with anything, once you abuse it, so that's it. But when you're going through your conscious cleansing and your spiritual or emotional cleansing, you do want to clean yourself of everything. Meaning, if you're drinking all these things, you need to see where your mind and emotional state is when you're pure. Meaning, I've done all of these things. I've hit rock bottom before and kind of purified myself out mentally, emotionally. You get my point? Not smoking or doing anything truly. Not even having the means to truly fulfill these things anyway. You get my point? In that, cleansed out, reach your glory. From there, you in your glorious state. So I suppose you ain't going to engage and indulge into nothing that's, you know, going to take you into places you don't want to go. Marijuana is the lightest of all the drugs. So, you get my point? Because you're in your glory, it doesn't mean you don't get to enjoy your life. Some of y'all get lost into like religion and like the Pope and them. You're not over any system. You're not doing this to impress others. When you remove all of those things, then some of y'all will get what I'm saying. Like, okay, if no one's watching, this is just truly about me slowly getting myself together, you know? Getting control. It's not about me, you know, being this fake spick and span thing that's not real. But you get my point? I don't know how to explain it. You have to get to a place where you just grasp. Meaning Buddhists, monks, many of the people y'all view as wise, Sadhguru, man, they smoke. They just not gonna tell y'all. Y'all don't understand. You get my point? This is why when you watch movies like Lord of the Rings, you see like the sorcerer, he's really wise, this nigga's smoking. Now think of like Native American chiefs. They're really wise, but they be smoking the peace pipe. I'm talking to people in the system, so y'all have, you get it? Y'all have entertainment thoughts of things, like wise is a movie almost. Not a person that can just answer all your questions and whatever they do in their life is what they do. Y'all don't view it like that. Like, man, it's just like that motherfucker know everything and that's that. Y'all view it like it's a movie almost. Like, okay, so they have to be thinking. It's strange, but as you grow in mind and mature, then you get it. Like, alright. Some people just divine, but it ain't got nothing to do with a look. It got to do with their mind and the control they have over their self. Like, but if you a kid, so you know, like I said, be pure. Don't pick up no habits if you ain't got to. So you're gonna get a habit when you repeatedly do something over and over daily. So you put a time for yourself to, you know, indulge and have fun, and then, you know, keep a balance, keep an order. Peace and wisdom, felicity, follow. Now, if y'all have any questions, y'all can ask. Philip Hamer said, good sativa. Try not to smoke that much. Usually in the evenings. But I'm not on a cycle like y'all, so sometimes I like to be up at night. Meaning sometimes my mornings is my evenings. And it all depends on what cycle I'm on in that day. I might be on like a morning time where I wake up normal time like y'all do in the morning and then fall asleep like 10, 11, 12, whatever. Wake up the next morning. Sometimes I'm on a different schedule. Get it? Where I'm falling asleep like noon. I've been up since 12 midnight. At noon I'm going to sleep and I'm gonna wake up like 9, 8 or 9 and be up that whole year. Or maybe I'll be up to 2, 3. Get it? And then my schedule will change. I wake up 3 in the morning, I fall asleep. 8 in the morning, now I'm on a whole reverse schedule. Like, my night is day. My day is night. Like that. The best hours is between 2 a.m. and 4 a.m. So Most people miss that. Me said, have you heard about Breatharians? There's many things. I don't know. Meaning in today's time shall have new names for old things and a bunch of names for the same stuff. And so I don't know what you're speaking about, but you don't need to ask me, do I know this or that? Just ask whatever you ask. And you get my point? Whatever breatharians are, say what it is and ask me whatever you want to know in regards to it. Because more than likely, it's just, ain't nothing new under the sun. It's just something you heard. Get out of the hang of that. Repeating things that you heard. Said, can people go without years without eating? Oh, breatharians. Yeah, I've heard of that. Like, see what I mean? Some of y'all like, yeah, I know. I heard of people like that. You've heard of this. You got a lot of weird stuff in the daytime, but you have to eat. You're not gonna meet anyone who's never eaten before. You understand? Like, y'all just have to get to a place where y'all get real. You know how you have the new vegan thing? They're not really vegans. It wasn't by chance that y'all caught Dr. Inky eating french fries in McDonald's. People are like you. You're a vegan right now. Ever so often you like, damn, I want some meat. I want this or that. And you eat it when nobody with you. It's just an agenda you have. So if I cheat once a year, twice, it don't matter. For the most part, I eat what I perceive to be healthy, so it's cool. And I'm just on the truth level with things. Everything the same. You eat what you want. It's all about moderation. If you know you already sick and you already abused the hell out of meat to where your blood pressure all high, and so you already know what you gotta do. You've had your share of that. You could have budgeted it out, been moderate about it, but you didn't. You wanted to get a 10-piece in fries instead of a 6-piece, a 20-piece. Saying I sure love Wingstop. You get the biggest box you got, big baby. You don't look at that box and be like, ooh, that's gonna be on my ribs later. All you really need is a little taste. 3 wings and some fries, that's all you need. But man say, nah, I need 6. What am I gonna do with 3 wings, Solace? I ain't bony as you. Ain't nobody bony and malnutrition like you. I need 27 wings. So I said, to tell you, big baby, all I need is 3. I like my boyish look. I take my hat off, big baby. I look like y'all kids. Say, you look like my little son. I might rape him. I might rape Silas. I might mistake him for a high school kid. So, I want to get old fast as fuck. I don't know why you're going to be old for hella long. Man supposed to still look like a boy till he 50. Because he's going to live to 100. Like, y'all set y'all time up like y'all gonna be dead by 40. So most young teenage boys, they taking little supplement shakes, they taking little steroids because they want to get their man body. This is the secret. I'm sorry, fellas. If you a woman, you got a little boy, you know what I'm talking about. They get like 16, 17, 18, 19, and they want to drink those shakes. GMC shit back in the day when I was growing up. I guess y'all got whatever y'all got now. Y'all be drinking little shakes, popping little pills, working out, or whatever the case may be. When I was younger, reaching this age range, I ain't mess with all of that. I always been natural. But some of the people I know that did, they don't work out. Like, you supposed to work out when you do that, because you can't just have that in you like that. And so a lot of them, belly get fat. They have little stomach problems, little ding-a-ling problems. You get my point? This is why y'all see, like, if you wonder, like, damn, it's be getting, like, a little chunky. Some of these youngins you might see one summer, then the next summer you like, damn, he got a little big, man. He looking grown now. He taking supplements, like he probably drinking some shit and working out, fucking himself up. By the time he 33, he gonna be all fat, sloppy, and sick. Supposed to look like me, but you get it. Like I say, man, supposed to look like a boy till he 50. How you get old so fast? Maybe your hair get gray or something, but you get my point. You should still, a woman should still look like how she looked when she was like 15, 16, 17, you know, in her glory. I'm not sure if y'all get out of y'all glory before that now, but like 13, 14 maybe now. Because y'all be 17, 18 with the whole lady body. You get it? Like you done had a few kids already. When I was growing up, a 17, 16-year-old ain't look like that. He ain't look like, you know, how y'all be looking, packed and stacked. And you be like, damn, she probably like had 3 kids maybe. So, like I said, man, probably the same with women. Y'all probably take little birth controls and y'all take little titty vitamins or something to try to make y'all body, you get it? When y'all do these things, when y'all hit like 30, 40, then you feel me? That's when it show, cause make yourself get old faster, mess up your metabolism. You get my point? By the time I'm 50, my metabolism will start slowing down. And then how I eat and move and things like that, you get it? My weight gonna start to go up. Because my metabolism gonna slow as I age. Slowly. Say by the time I'm 60 years old, how y'all walk around when y'all 23 or cop diesel looking nice and fresh, I'll look like that. At 65, do you really think that's a hard thing to believe? Because I'm 40. I ain't really got a fucked up hairline unless you're a little fucked up on this side, but even that side good. I just need to shape up, you feel me? Ain't no big deal, but I ain't even get this yet. It do come in, but it be all fucked up in holes, so get it patched up. Y'all age too fast, like, but it's cause of that. Y'all be taking like little supplements and stuff. Mess up y'all skin and things like that. So if you young, try to avoid them things. You gonna age when you need to age. You might be playing football or something like that, so you like, nah, I gotta get big. In that case, I ain't gonna tell you not to. You get it? It's gonna cost you a little bit of yourself if you tryna, you get it? You wanna be a football player, rich and famous, well, it's gonna cost you a little bit of yourself, so that's the price. But for those of y'all that's just gonna be broke for your whole life, ain't no point. You know? Ain't no point. If you're not a bodybuilder, ain't no point on you taking steroids because you ain't gonna get no money off being diesel. So ain't no point to do it to yourself. And you'll be diesel later on in life, you know, when you get older. I'm 40, so at the age I'm at, a man is saggier, meaning his testosterone ain't like he was younger, so he have to do 1,000,000 push-ups just to get his chest to stay up. You get it? You see how even though I'm slim, my chest is still like, you get it? Meaning I got a big chest. But if I was, like, you know, a normal 40-year-old, my chest would look like titties. My chest just look like I'm diesel as fuck if I take off my shirt. My arms ain't big, but my chest is huge. Like that. It's loose because I'm 40. So it would never get like tight where it's popped up, and I'm older now. But if I abuse myself like a lot of people do, you get it? I'll be one of them little niggas when I take off my shirt. I just like little titties and all that. No 6-pack, none of that. But like I said, I live a moderate life. Meaning I don't abuse myself. I don't overeat. I don't live to eat and all of that weird stuff. I'm usually in my studies, clearing out my mind and my spirit. When I'm around people, when I'm in the environment, I'm like water. I blend in with the environment, enjoy myself. And I'm gonna go back to my world, which got to do with, you know, mental and spiritual growth. All mental and emotional growth. Peace and wisdom, boss man. Thank you, Thomas, man. If anyone else wants to give back, you can. If you have any questions, y'all can ask before I depart. Hopefully my smoking doesn't influence any of y'all to smoke. But if it does, so you use it as a lesson, like I said. Y'all easily influenced. So you take my spoken and you use it to better yourself. Say, man, I'm smoking because my main man Solid's smoking. So in that, I mean I'm a follower. And I ain't never gonna be able to support Solace because I'm just a follower. I have to view myself as an equal to him. Being comfortable being myself, doing what I do. He being comfortable doing what he do. And respecting each other on whatever our goal is that we doing together. That's what unity is. You, I me. But I could trust you, you could trust me. And whatever we doing, and whatever the moment is, we both focused and we know our side. We not competing. We got focus. We know the goal at hand. And when it's fulfilled, that part can go back to you. Like that. It ain't about me controlling you, all black people unified and now I'm the leader and we are somebody the leader and they control. No. It's about everybody living their life, doing their thing, but living by us. A moral or value or something they have in common. And when they need to come together, like y'all families. Live here, live there, whatever. But if it's a family issue, so then the family all come from wherever they at. You get it? Like that. And whatever the problem or the goal or whatever it is, everybody there. The elders in the family is the elders, the youngsters is the youngsters. Everybody just naturally know their place. It don't have nothing to do with nobody having to really say nothing. If y'all families gather right now, y'all gonna know the elders from the youngsters, from the babies. The elders is gonna be the ones that's like more in control because they've been around longer. You a little younger, you gonna feel more like a stranger than the elders. They gonna be like moving around and you like, damn, who that? And them nigga know everybody, but I don't know him. He old as hell, he been in the family, you get it? Everybody know who everybody just from that. But you know him like he must be one of my elder cousins or something. Everybody know everybody place. Grandma don't gotta say I'm the head of the house. Everybody know that's grandma. Grandma and grandpa, they like the jewel. They ain't got nothing to do with them being the leaders. They old as fuck. They delicate. They like statues on a thing. The whole family gonna move for them. Meaning if you want a whole family to kill you, then go attack the old in their family. You gonna have cousins and all kind of people popping up from everywhere. That you like, I didn't even know who is that. When you're dealing with the old, you don't know who you dealing with because the old done touched so many people. You get it? Some of y'all grandmama, some of y'all great grandmamas raised me. Like, not raised me, my grandmama raised me, but you get it? We might come from the same neighborhood. And your mama had a hand in, you get it? She my big homie. Like, she was like 4 or 5 years older than me. Your mama, like that. I don't know him, but your mama know me. She used to look out for me when I was young. Like, somebody touch her, you start seeing niggas pop up like, oh shit. All these people came out here for my mama? Your mama been around a while. She done did whatever she did for whoever, you get it? Now imagine your grandmama. Imagine your great grandmama. Like that. If you don't respect the old, well, that's why you should. Never know who you dealing with. They've been here, quite a while. Outside of that, old people like fossils, man. You ain't got much time left with them, so you won't make it count. Some of y'all mad at y'all grandmamas. They about 80, 90. Let that go, man. You bugging out. You too petty. You might only got 5 to 10 to 15 years left with them. Who's wasting that on you? So you want to get to a place where you remove. You gotta look at life like that. Lifelong. I could waste a lot of it, getting mad at everybody. Or moments is moments. As long as a person can grasp and they still able to hear you out, if they wrong or do you wrong, and they can still listen to you, that's all you can ask for. Somebody may do you wrong and don't realize it. But if they willing to listen to you, and like, nah, if they did me wrong, all I gotta do is tell them and prove it to them, and you get it, they make sure I get right, because they ain't like that. That's all you want out of people. Nobody gonna be perfect. Where they ain't gonna do something you don't like, or, But as long as they solid with you on that end, meaning they fit in balance when they deal with you, that's all you can ask for. So you want to get people like that around you. CC said, I watched one of your videos where you said it takes pain to build muscle. Yeah. You see a nigga walk around diesel, he got pains. You probably get bullied. I was a skinny dude, but I was tough, so I ain't come up in y'all times where diesel was necessarily anything. I was just a cute, skinny little pretty boy nigga. Like, most people think I'm Spanish. They call me Poppy. I'm not being funny. Some of y'all call me that right now. You live in my neighborhood. You like, shit, nigga, you ain't Spanish? Mm-mm. I have no clue why you call me Poppy. I wish you'd stop. But I don't want to be rude. Somebody just called me that early this morning at the store. Hey, what's up, Poppy? I'm like, peace and wisdom. Not Spanish, sorry. But what was I saying? I forgot. It'll take me off my train of thought. But dealing with muscles and pain. You don't have no pain, you ain't gonna be able to build no muscle. It wouldn't matter how much you work out. You need that. You know how when they work out, they be like, oh, get money. And you get it, they be a little crazy with it. That's what's turning into muscle. They pain, they little angers. You get my point? If a person at peace within, they won't even have a mind to want to work out. If they do, nothing gonna happen. You get my point? They're gonna be working out mad technical. They don't have no pain in that. They're just doing it like nothing gonna happen. They can do it fast. It's no emotion attached. Nothing gonna happen. Y'all could try it. You gonna see like, damn, he right. If I'm not emotionally in this, ain't getting diesel. The more pain the person got, the more diesel they could get. I know it sounds crazy, but the more diesel a person is, the more pain a person got, the more diesel they can get. But you gotta have pain in. Most people get diesel be the people that feel like they skinny, they getting beat up and shit like that. So they may be like, nah, I'm gonna get a little big. I ain't really grow up getting beat up and shit like that. So I never I was getting shot. So I'm like, yeah, I need to get me a bulletproof vest. My man, like, I'm gonna do push-ups and get diesel. I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at this vest. These niggas out here be cheating, big man. You know what I'm saying? They ain't cheating. Muscles ain't gonna help me. You should get diesel with me. Well, they shooting me, man. They keep shooting at me. So muscles ain't, bullets go through that. I need a vest. So, I didn't really get a chance to get diesel. I was in the streets 15 and stuff like that. By the time I'm 18, I'm like a boss out there. I'm not capping either. By the time I was 18, I had a whole little operation going, you know. Been shot, stabbed like that. You know, most 17, 18 years olds, they ain't been through these things. I got my little operation going. I got workers. They're a little older than me, my workers. So when I'm dealing with my generation, you know, another 18-year-old, 19-year-old, you get my point? I'm something to him. Important. Say, that's big cheese right there. Nigga my age, but he got a whole, look at it. I fucking go to school. This nigga got a whole thing. He got a kid, a wife. Get it? Condos in Georgia and shit like that. Townhouses. I live with my mama. Like that. So when I'm growing up, that's how I am. I deal with my age bracket. I'm like something different to them. To the older dudes, then I'm just like, okay. My friend's older brother, me and him used to take our daughter to school together. My man died, rest in peace. His name is Bud. He got an older brother. Our daughters is friends. Like that. His brother being in my age bracket, but you get it? He look at me older than himself a little bit. And so I wasn't really into like working out and all that. I had other things going on. It ain't had nothing to do with muscle. It ain't had nothing to do with even having that kind of time, big baby. I have to work. I have to earn revenue. I have bills. So I rushed my life, meaning I lived a little too fast. And that, I missed out on my childhood a little bit, but I get it back now. Like, so sometimes I get to act silly and you get my point. I do things that I ain't do when I was younger because I was old. I was an old man when I was young. 57. Now I'm old, but I'm young. I'm gonna make sure you get my point. Make sure I get to use my emotional state and have a good time like everybody else. When you be out there in them streets, then you have to be like emotionless, you know, retarded. Some of y'all there now. If you knew, I'm just speaking in the past 20 years ago. I'm 40, so when I was 18, that was a long time ago. When I was 23, 24, a long time ago. But, you get my point. Said I have noticed that scrawny guys don't do that flex motion the same when they lift and they don't squeeze. You sound spicy, cat daddy. That's why I never really fell into all that lifting. You feel me? Y'all be get like spicy. I was always different. You feel me? Y'all get like, you know, remember I was doing pull-ups with one of my friends. The niggas touching my waist. Like, don't do that. You feel me? I don't want to argue and fight with nobody. Like, I be bugging and shit. I'm not bugging, my nigga. Don't touch me like that. And I'm not playing. And you know, y'all like to laugh. You can pull up, my man touching my waist like, yeah, right there, blood, don't touch me. He laughing like he's still bugging. And I can't with y'all because I'm not playing. I'm about to punch you in your mouth. You get my point? But at the same time, I'm like, you don't mean nothing by it. But at the same time, I feel like this nigga just touched my stomach. Like, why would he do that? You want to pull up, you touching my arm. Why would you touch me? Like, you're a man. Bare flesh too? Like, that shit disgusts me. I want to fight. Like, the nigga touched me. But you can't do that in society. You be like, yo, you crazy. I'm not. That's disgusting. Ain't got nothing to do with spicy. That's just nasty. You a man. Like, it's like a man touched my shoulders. You feel me? I might vomit and then have a whole... I might lose it. This nigga just put his strong hands on me, man. flirting with me, blood. Like, why? I ain't even cute like that. Like, if a man cute, my nigga, like, why you flirting with me, big? Why you flirting with me, big baby? He said, why you do that? Do what? Nothing happened. My man touched my waist. I think he touched me like that, bro. You gay. Laughing and shit like I'm joking. I'm not. Don't touch you. Nigga, y'all be looking, niggas be working out, y'all be spotting them like, yeah, right there, squeeze, right, touch, get right there. I be like, oh, these niggas is one step from being spicy. I can't. Same with football. When I play football, young, I'm like, these niggas is one step. I'm about to be the quarterback, but the coach keep telling me stick my hand up his ass and put, you get it? I put my penis on his butt and put my hand on his balls while he bent over. You say, hut, hut, hut. I'm trying to tell a coach, blood. Why do I gotta be that close up on his ass and why he gotta be like, hut, hut, hut? For me to take the ball, they telling me like if my hand is touching his balls or whatever like that and I got basically my penis on his ass, when he hiked the ball, then nobody could interfere and take it. It's gonna come straight into my hand, and from there, I throw it. If I got a little distance, I might fumble it, miss it, somebody might, you get it? So I'm like, I feel all that, but still, like, I can't go home once I do that. My grandma and shit, you look me like, you had your hand up that boy's ass. So I'm trying to tell them, and you know, the places I come from, they gonna be teasing me, man. They don't want to hear none of that. Then I'm gonna get mad. I'm gonna be having a lot of fights because of this. So I said, let me try for wide receiver. They trying to force me to be quarterback because you know, big shit got that. So he said, let him try out for wide receiver. This for the Bronx Eagles. Catching shit they ain't never seen. You know, I'm amazing. I run and catch the shit forward, like, I'm not capping either. I'm like, legendary. I caught it. They told me when you catch it, you still run all the way to the touchdown and don't slow down. They want to groom it into your mind because you know in a real game you be done caught in it, you start celebrating and slowing down, doing the whopping shit. And some players is determined. They will chase you all the way to the one line and still to sack you like, So they like, no, you run full speed, even in practice. When you catch it, run full speed to the end zone. Don't slow down. Some players will come from the one line and chase you all the way down and just to break your legs. You know, I forgot. I caught that thing. Slow down, I say you can't go, you ain't out catch me. Wasn't familiar with the side of the helmet, you'd be a little blind on the side. The coach son came out of nowhere. I don't know what happened, I was on the floor. How did I get down here? He hit me so hard, I didn't even know, like. They said, where you at? I said, yeah, I love Chuck E. Cheese. Love Chuck E. Cheese. I don't know where I was at. That knocked me out. What we golf? What are we doing? That's how hard he hit me. He rammed his helmet in the side of mine. Knocked me crazy hard. My whole side of my helmet was the color of his helmet. My ears ran. I'm like, oh, baby, This how football go. You learn as you play. Like, oh, okay, I thought this was just catch and tackle. This is like. Oh, shit, my nose stopped up. What he do to me? So he hit me so hard out the blind side because I slowed down. Meaning I caught it. I was seeing birds. I caught it. And you feel me? I start slowing down. He sped up. Crap. Fell on my ass. He fell too. I jumped up. He dizzy. Remember, he rammed his helmet into mine. So he dizzy. I'm just capping when I say like I'm dizzy. I'm strong, so I ain't he hit me, I just sprung back up. Like nothing happened. So everybody running up to me hitting me like, oh shit. You get it? We got the nigga this year, boy. They shaking the shit out of me. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? He's still dizzy. They trying to help him up. He had days he knocked himself out. To tell one of them, I said, hey, nigga broke my ass. I jumped up so quick, I didn't know nothing happened to me. But after I'm walking, I'm like, I think my tailbone broke. Nigga straight broke my ass. Like, it hit me so hard, I fell on my ass. Knocked himself out. Knocked the wind out of me. That's why I jumped up so fast. Oh my God, I can't breathe. It's shaking me. I'm like, he broke my butt. Stomach hurt. I never showed up again after that. I said, I'm not playing football. These niggas crazy. I don't mind being quarterback because you don't get hit that much, but I'm not. They was looking for me. I never came back. I don't got. I'm a pretty boy. Why did y'all even bring me here? Like, who told you I could play? Came and got me. Like, one of my partners played for the Bronx. See, we telling them like, yo, my little bro. If you had him, you would never lose. He could do everything. He could do backflips. Like, I catch that shit, do a whole front flip over a nigga head, land on my feet. I'm a gymnast. So he like, yo, dude is sick. But he don't play football though. But if he do, man, they brought me up there. They gonna pay for my whole year. Cause you gotta pay to play. They gonna pay for my whole thing. But once that happened, and you know I play basketball, not necessarily football. So once he sacked me like that, I said I'm good. That never happened in basketball, and it never gonna happen again. Cause I quit. You need to pay for me, baby. I'm good. My ass was killing me for about a month. I swear to God, I think my ass never healed right because I never went to the hospital or told nobody, you know? I just went home and my ass was hurting. I told like the players, like, yeah, I think he broke my collarbone because I didn't have the pad on. I didn't know like why you would need that. You know the ass pad. You get an ass pad, knee pads, all this stuff. I'm like, some of these pads is unnecessary. Why I need a thong pad that go down the crack of my ass? It's spicy, like. So I'm already turned off. This is too spicy. You want me to wear spandex? Put my hand up his ass. I'm really not seeing the point of this. The shirt a little tight. My stomach showing, big baby. I got on spandex, a belly shirt, shoulder pads, and a helmet. I feel spicy. So I'm like, all right, they got me dressed like a drugged out hooker. Like spandex, belly shirt. This is how football players dressed. I'm telling y'all, everything should go deep, man. It's all a joke against society. Meaning, the owners, this is their little. They sick. They will make niggas do that in thongs and high heels. But they can't air that on TV. You get it? Watching men play games is who cares about that? You feel me? They rich, they bored, they don't have nothing to do. You think we can make men play football in tights with belly shirts? Let's see. That's what the wealthy do. So like, you think that rapper will put on a dress and take a whole picture if we give him $1 million? I got $1 million, he won't do it. I got $1 million, you will. It's fun to them. Rolling dice is boring. That ain't enough money. Take too long. They don't care about that. They have those kind of bets. Not bets like, do you think the Rams is gonna beat it? You think the Knicks gonna beat the goddamn Bulls? They don't care about that. So you think we can get LeBron James to put on a dress? How much you think it'd take? 50 million. Nah, I don't think that's enough. I wouldn't bet 10 million on that. And if they succeed, then they just have fun with it. Like it's just some fun shit for them to talk about later. Hey, remember that time we made so-and-so put on the dress? You still got that tape when so-and-so was sucking dick? Your favorite artist. A whole tape of him getting raped. It's funny though, so it's deep. The Nimrod knowledge. Yeah, that Nimrod knowledge, powerful. It's that Jewish man knowledge. Sideburns. That's how they run the world. Now, if you have any questions, ask before I depart. Now y'all know me a little better. I used to play football, basketball, gymnastics, and everything. Anything you could think of, Idle time. Make sure I always do my time. I used to wheelie bicycles, whole block. Ride roller skates downstairs. I'm a legend. Holding on to the back of the car, so on rollerblades doing 50 down the block. Look at cheese, this nigga crazy. Jumping on top of cars on my rollerblades, riding downstairs on them joints. Like that. I'm walking the bicycle one day. Then when I got like 17, 18. That's when the grown-up stuff started. You won't see me like playing no more. You won't see me playing basketball no more. Things like that. Flipping. He said pro chess players burn as much calories as tennis players. A good chess player. Two good chess players playing each other. This takes seven seconds. Ain't no calories burned. Two of the best chess players you ever see in life, meaning if you could find them and they play, it's gonna be 7 seconds at most. Meaning it only take one move to win. And so the one gonna either know how to block it, but it still only take one move to win, so he gonna have to repeatedly, you get my point? Block this one move. Meaning chess ain't nothing but a move, a manipulation of a move, and then a move. And manipulate somebody to do something else. That's why you got all the pieces. So there's distractions. A good distraction move in the win. So a real good chess player already know how he won. He like, I'm gonna go here, he gonna go there, and I win. And the other one got the same mind. I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna win. The only thing is they don't know what the other one gonna do. So whoever go first, that's when they get to see. Like two good chess players playing. Whoever go first gonna win. Look at it like this. If Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan are playing a basketball game, both in their prime, and they playing in one, that part, whoever get the basket first gonna win. Meaning whoever go first is gonna win. And ain't nobody gonna disagree with that. They're playing to one. Whoever could score first. So everybody gonna say who get the ball first. Kobe, he gonna win then. Jordan, then he gonna win then. Because neither one of them gonna stop the other one. Like that. So it's a deep thing. That's how it is with anything. If two of the best come to clash, it's gonna be fast. It's just a matter of like who go first. Except wisdom. Debates on wisdom. No one can beat me. Just wanted to make sure I let y'all know that. You can go first, it wouldn't matter. It's gonna sound so much better once I open up my mind space. Jump into my movie, my mind. Crispier here. Said in the olden times when they clashed and the best warriors, men have to use the restroom again. You said in the old times when they clashed the best warriors, it often ended in the other one conceding without fight even starting. Yeah, I mean the best already know they the best, so you get my point? Whoever y'all know is the best, they already know they the best. They know nobody can beat them. And that's just how it is. Meaning that's just the truth of the matter. They the best ain't dependent on them just being the best, but they know they the best. You put in a certain amount of work where you know like ain't nobody else putting in this much work for the results. So that's what make the best the best. You get my point? Most of y'all think the best is a matter of competition. Like, you say like Debbie Haney the best, or Javante Davis the best. And you get it, it's a matter of when these people clash and compete, we'll know who's better. Whoever's better between the two of them already know. They both know. It's the one that put in the work. It's just like me and another wise person. They would know if I'm better than them already. The work. Like that. Whoever's in the thing together, they can tell and know who put in the work. And they can measure by that. Do I put in too much work? So all the boxers, they know, like Mayweather put in too much work. He jog at 4 in the morning. We not doing that. You go to the club, then go jogging when the club out. We go to sleep. That part. I went on vacation with my wife. He don't go on vacation. He just make money moves and practice. Like that. So when Mayweather say I'm the best, can't nobody beat me, ain't a doubt in his mind. And everybody else in that industry ain't a doubt in theirs either. But they say I'll give it a shot if I'm gonna get paid. It's like Errol Spence. They all know that he hit too hard. So now y'all watching, y'all say, nah, Blood Crawford might be better than him. They both know who better. It's not never, like I always say, when the best come together, it's fast. One is way better than the other. Or whoever goes first. In terms of boxing, it don't boil down to who go first. And so in that, one way better than the other always. It's not going to be a long fight. When you're dealing with Errol Spence in that 147, I'm assuming that he hit too hard and none of them confused on that. So he the best at 147. And the rest of them all know it. I guess his best got to do with how hard he hit. They say like it don't matter how good you are once he catch you. You feel me? Then you get weak. Your body get weak. It don't matter how good you are. But it's deep. Try and grasp. Now if y'all got any real questions, let me know. Otherwise I'm about to depart. I may come back a little later and do this Artificial Intelligence Part 2 video. How they created man. I may do it on the new YouTube feature where you can invite people into the live. I might invite some of y'all in. If you a little cute little shorty, come on in here, you feel me? So they could see how I be macking. Hey, sugar darlings, now what's going on with you, kid? Hey, what you doing tonight? I can always break out the champagne glasses and cut. I can always do like Tupac taught me. And break out the champagne glasses and condoms is about to go down. So, but I go fight this month. I'm done with boxing. They all chumps in boxing. I'm done with it. They keep fighting. You feel me? Nobody want to see that forever. I don't know how y'all like get it. Y'all make things get watered down. Y'all keep entertaining it. Stop watching boxing till they get real. A waste of time. All they do is talk now. You get my point? Devin Haney is the champion. Why Tank fighting other people? That's stupid. Like that. It's all cap and dumb now. He got the champion. They all supposed to be arguing of who get to rip him apart next, because they all want the belts. None of them talking about they want to fight him. You get my point? Javante Davis want to fight other people, not the person with the belt. Like that. Don't even make no sense. And so, I thought boxing was that. You got the champion and then you got a bunch of number one prospects. And they all desperate to get the belts from him. He don't gotta do nothing but just decide like which one of these niggas I'm gonna fight. Meaning Shakur Stevenson, Javante Davis, Devin Haney. When they fighting each other. Like that. Never. Mind you, Devin Haney got the belt. That part. Javante Davis should have. When Devin Haney got all the belts, Javante Davis supposed to be the first one talking about I'm up to fight him. He got the belts. I want those. That part. But that's not what happened. You get my point? Just fight other people. Like, I don't even fight for belts no more. Like that. Boxing done. That's just a bozo sport. The fighters in boxing are scared. That skilled like they was back in the day. Like I said, I probably beat up half of these niggas, man. I'm old though. I smoke, so I don't lose my breath fast. But I'll probably beat Javante up for 36 seconds, my nigga. I can't see none of y'all saying, no, that's not possible. Why? Did you see? I don't. Same size, probably. I don't see why, like, y'all would say y'all couldn't. Knock him out. My hands is crazy. My shit's. You know how long I'll punch from the elbow? You know how. When you punching, you pulling back, and it's different. Like, you know how fighters punch? I learned to punch by pulling back this side. In that, my hand always go there. It's all leverage. You get it? I'm not half them out. I'm positive. If they pay me, I'll do it. But I don't have to have no attention. And one of them like, nah, I'm just fighting, just like to prove a point that he wouldn't last 40 seconds. Because I'm 40, so I ain't putting it past 40 seconds. Not with no 20-something-year-old. I'm not. Said we gonna pay you $100,000, Solace. The actual fighter gonna get millions and millions of dollars. We only gonna give you if he get millions and millions, I want at least $1 million. But you still gotta consider I'm nobody in terms of boxing, so whatever I get, he doing me a favor. Whatever he decided to give me is truly giving me a favor, because if I say I'm fighting this person, you don't know who I am to even show up. I'll pull up and beat your favorite box up in 36 seconds. After that, I ain't gonna lie to you, I'm going down. I'm going down after that. A wobbly mouth, 36 seconds, boof, 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 wobbly mouth. Once 39, I just lay down. Tired, I'm done. Antagonize him. Put my legs up and keep kicking him away. I'm tired, I'm done. You can't get your shit back on. Finish. Hey, y'all come in here, break this up, man. Don't let him get. Don't let him get that. No. They rush me up out of that thing, bring me to the back. He be tired. Beat me up and then ran out the ring. Bloody got paid in the 36 seconds. That's all I got. I already told you I'm old. Tired. Peace and wisdom, Philip Haber. Copy, champ. Maybe later, maybe tomorrow. I ain't sure yet. Yeah, the champions of today, they second prospects. I like them, but it seemed like every genre of everything is becoming bozoed out because it's too much politics and too much not based on talent anymore. It's just based on like boxers is popular in today. Like who can run their mouth on YouTube the most? You get my point? And get attention like that way on Twitter and stuff like that. And so when you got that kind of weird stuff happening, it don't got nothing to do with talent no more. You get my point? I don't even know what you dealing with anymore. You get my point? It's like rap. You're not dealing with rappers. You're dealing with little kids they find online. They dress them up, give them characters to play out, get these little kids killed like that. You don't really know what you're dealing with no more. You ain't really dealing with talent. You're just dealing with like whatever we commoditize. And so you're not getting real rappers no more. You're kind of getting little kids that watch YouTube a lot. And they good with computers and stuff. They never did nothing outside of their house. Grew up in a fairly decent neighborhood probably. And then these industry people, they sign them, they put chains on them, they tell them what to talk about, basically sacrificing a youngin' out. You wasn't a real rapper anyway, so you feel me? You don't get money off these niggas for years to come. Your King Von's always, you feel me? They all lifetime monies for somebody, you feel me? Them high up peoples. You know, they niggas still got songs out here, you feel me? That ain't stop. So, XX Temptation, everybody. They just sacrifice babies. Meaning these people they not real rappers. Real hip hop heads that was in the park and DJing and spinning on, you get it? They don't know nothing about no hip hop. They just know they want a big chain. It's like the suburban kid. He just like rap. He don't know all that other stuff. And so if they sign him and put him in the big, you get it? He don't know what he doing to himself. Like, oh, I'm sacrificing myself. You're gonna get me killed. Oh, God. It's a sacrifice party now. You dress them young boys up, tell them to rap that drill shit and die. And clock in after that. They cash in. Be that. On to the next. Quavo everybody. Y'all don't even worry about Quavo no more. It's the same old story. Everybody is exploiting the dead. They don't even got y'all can't even get mad at the labels because y'all on here on a podcast doing it. Y'all don't care about these people that die. Y'all talk about them as long as y'all could get views off them. Once y'all see that shit start slowing down, then y'all move on to the next thing. We live in a time where people don't got no respect for the dead, nothing. And just chasers of money only. However money they can make it, they'll make it, even if they gotta sell their vaginas. You got people on OnlyFans, they still a prostitute. It don't matter if it's digital. You get my point? A cheap prostitute too. How much does it cost to get an OnlyFans account? Like $5 a month? And you figure these women to show themselves naked for $5, they could have just been a whole porno star, showed themselves naked for a real check. Meaning they grooming y'all into being bootleg, dishonorable things. Forget being a real porno star. You could be OnlyFans porno star where you don't make real porno star money. Porno is an industry. Meaning if your OnlyFans was everywhere like like the porno be billionaire. So it's a deep thing. Now after the part I gotta tinkle. Be well.